Hello friends, welcome to our website automationcommunity.com. In the last video, we have seen the ladder programming for hydraulic press machine. Today we are going to see its HMI designing and its simulation. So let us start our DOPSoft HMI software from here. Click on the new file. First of all, let us select our screen resolution size. So let us select this screen resolution size, and here we will write the name of our project. Click on the next, and here in the for communication select your simulator or driver and click finish button. So as you can see, our screen is loaded. So first of all, let us draw the hydraulic machine diagram. So for that I will use the rectangular only, and I'll draw like this. Let us say this is our main cylinder. Double click over it to change its color. From here you can select fixed or gradient and click OK. Similarly, now I will create the frame of machine. So again select rectangular and draw like this. Double click to change the color, and from here fixed. Again select rectangular, just copy paste this for this side. So we are done. Now we have to create one base plate over here. So for that I will select this polygon function, bring your cursor and start drawing your shape. When your shape is completed, right click to end the shape. Now double click it to change its color. Just adjust it. So you can see we have created the structure of our machine. Now we have to create one oil tank. So again select rectangular, and we will draw a oil tank like this. Now for the movement of hydraulic cylinder, I am going to use a bar graph. So let us select bar graph from here and select normal, and then draw like this. Now we want this blue color in upward direction. So let us rotate this. So it is rotated upwards. Now let us adjust this. And stretch this up to the base plate. So as this is just for animation purpose, so we have to give one internal address to it. So here in the address, select the internal memory, and here we will give its internal memory 1 and press enter and click OK. Also let us increase its size. Now the hydraulic machine, what we want, 2 solenoid valves and 1 oil pump. So for that, first of all These three things are the outputs. So outputs can be indicated from indicator and select multi-state indicator. So first I will draw square over here for output of oil pump. Double click over it. Let us change its background color and give its address. So oil pump is connected at Y0 position. So here we will write address Y0. Now we will give one image to it. So go to pictures and select. Here I am going to use D pump library. From here, let us select this image for off condition of oil pump. If you want to remove this black color, click on transparent yes and you can see the color is removed. Similarly, for on condition, we will change the background color and give image. So go to D pump and let us select this image for on condition. And in transparent, click yes and click OK. So image of our pump is created. Now we want two solenoid valves over here. So again, go to indicator, multi-state indicator, draw a box like this, double click over it. So Y1 is our down valve. So here we have to select Y1, change the background color. So for valve off condition, go to pictures and we are going to use modern valves library. So here it is. So for off condition, we will use this image. Click on stretch all so image is visible properly. Similarly, for on condition, we have to change background color and again go to pictures, modern valve library. For on condition, we will select this image. Again stretch all and finally click OK. So our valve is created. So just copy paste this for up valve. Here we have to change its address to Y2 and click OK. Now we will draw pipelines connecting it to valves and pumps and this cylinder valve. So I don't want animation, so I will just use rectangle only. So for supply lines, let us select blue color. And here I will select fixed and just copy paste this. Then rotate it. To draw a network like this. So if this valve is on, oil will flow from pump to this position and cylinder will move downwards. Similarly, if this valve is on, oil will flow from this solenoid valve and this pipe and cylinder will move in upward direction. Now we have to draw return pipes for cylinder because once the cylinder is in downward position and we want to move it up, there will be some oil over here which will try to go back, but this valve will be off, so oil can't go through this path. So we have to create one return pipes. So again, just copy paste this, rotate it from here, change its color by double clicking over it, and from here click OK. Similarly here double click and change its color, click OK. Again copy paste this, rotate it from right click over it and draw like this. So these are the return pipes and these are the supply pipes. So we have completed creating our hydraulic machine. Now in the left side we will draw the controlling parts. So first of all we will draw the buttons. So for start stop we will use momentary button. So double click over it. For this I want round button, so I will select round from style. At the address X0 is our the start button. Press enter, and now we need to give image. So go to D buttons, or let us go to modern button. So for start button, let us select this green image. Click on stretch all. Similarly for pressed condition, select this image. Click to stretch all and click OK. So our start button is created. Just copy paste this. Double click over it. We need to change its address. Now click OK. But before that we also have to change its picture. So go to here only and directly select the red color in both case. And select OK. So our stop button is also created. Now here we want one emergency button which is maintain button. So box like this, again double click, change to round and write it address to X2, press enter and go to pictures, again modern button library. Let us select this image for emergency button, click on stretch all, again for pressed condition, go to same library, scroll down and let us select this image for pressed condition, click OK. So our emergency button is also created. 3, 2, 1. So now we want to draw two push buttons over here. So for that, go to buttons. Actually, these buttons are momentary buttons, but here in the simulation, I am going to press this button through mouse only. And our condition is both buttons should be pressed simultaneously. So that is not possible using a mouse. So that's why here I am using the maintain buttons. So draw a rectangular box like this and double click over it to change its address and shape. So first of all we will write its address. So our two push buttons are connected at X5 and X6 position in the PLC. Now we will change the background color from here, and we can also change its shape from here. So we want round shape, and now we will add image from pictures, and we will go to modern button library. Let us say we will select this image for our push buttons. But here you can see button is not visible, so go to stretch mode and click stretch all. Similarly, we will add image for one condition. 0 means unpressed, 1 means pressed condition when button is pressed. So first of all, change its background color, and now add image. Again go to same library, and you can see this is the button unpressed, and when we'll press it, it will appear like this. So select this button, again stretch all and click OK. Or here you can see there is some white space, so we can click on stretch 1 to 1 or stretch all and click OK. So similarly, just copy paste this for another push button, adjust it to here. Don't forget to change its address. It is X5, we have to make it X6. Now friends, here we have to draw up sensor and down sensor. So for that, we will select maintain buttons and just draw a box like this. Now we will double click on it, and in the address we will select X3 for up sensor, and for colors we will select red for off condition, and from here on condition we will select the green color and just click OK. So similarly, just copy paste this for our down sensor, place it over here and double click over it, and just change its address to X4 and click OK. So our designing is almost completed. Just we have to add labels to each input and outputs. So for that, I will select this text button, draw a box like this, double click over it, go to text. From here you can format shape, size, styles. So I will select bold and 24, and here I will write start and click OK. From here you can align it center also. Just copy paste this for remaining items. Okay, so what I will do, I will double click on each text, go to text, and then I will change it from here like this. Double click, go to text and change your text. If it is not visible properly, you can adjust the size of box. In this way, I am going to change all the text. So friends, finally, I have completed my HMI designing. Now friends, we will write one macro code for animation of this cylinder. So for that, go to screen cycle macro. First of all, we will check if the down solenoid valve is on. At that time, what should happen? The value of internal memory 1 should increase. So it will appear like this is moving downwards. So here go to macro wizard. In the command select comparison if and then if on, and here in the variable we will select y1. So what it will do, first click on update and close this. So you can see one code is written over here by default. The reason for using this macro wizard, so that you don't have to remember the syntax. Okay, now if this condition is true, then it will operate if loop, and in this if loop what we want to do, we will increase the value of internal memory 1 by 5. Now why 5 only? You can write any number. If you write higher number, then this animation will be faster, and if you write less number, then this animation will be slower. So okay, and press enter. Now we will close this loop by writing end if, press enter. So if this is on, then it will increase, so it will appear like it is moving downward. Now what should happen when the cylinder is coming downward? So first it will on this up sensor, okay, as it is moving downward. When it will come in zone of this sensor, it will on. So here we have to write command if the value of internal memory 1 that becomes equals to, let's say 20. If this value becomes to 20, then what should happen? This should on. So again go to macro wizard, command and select bit setting and bit on, because we want to on this bit. And in the address we will write x3 because this is our up sensor. Enter and again update and close this. So you can see a syntax is automatically written. Here you can see by clicking this is the x3, okay. So now it crossed the up sensor. Now it will reach to its final value. So again write a loop, if loop, when the internal memory 1 becomes equals to 100. If this reaches to its final value, what should happen? This down sensor should be on. So again just copy paste this code. And here change it to x4 because we want to turn on this sensor. And just end this loop. So what will happen when our down sensor will be on? According to our PLC programming, it will turn off y1. So this condition will be false. So it will not increase the value of internal memory 1. Okay. So now it will not go beyond 100. And also y2 will be on. That means our up solenoid valve. So when the up solenoid valve is operating, what should happen? This cylinder should move up. So for that we have to reduce the value of internal memory 1. So now we will write code. For that we have to copy paste this. And here we have to write y2 because when the y2 up solenoid valve is on, then what should happen? Our internal memory 1 should decrease. So here we will write minus sign and minus 5. So now the value of internal memory will decrease. Besides that, what should happen? If this goes higher than this up level sensor, this sensor should off. Okay, so again we will write one code. If internal memory 1 equals to, say for example 25, then what should happen? So we will copy paste this, and here we will write off. This bit should off when the value reaches to this value. Now observe this, I am writing if loop within this if loop. Okay, So now first of all I will end this if loop, this one. This is one if loop, and we also have to end this one. So again I will write end if. Besides that, when the cylinder is going upward, we also have to turn off this sensor. So also write code for this. If value of internal memory 1 becomes equals to 90. So final position it was 100. When it is decreasing and reaches to 90, this sensor should become off. So here I will write it is turning on at 20, it will turn off at 25. Similarly, here we will write width of X4 sensor. So here change it to X4 and just close this loop by end if. So friends, here I have forget to end this loop. You can observe here if, but here there is not end if. So you have to observe these errors while writing macro programming. So now click over here to save this and update yes. So friends, our HMI designing is completed. Now it's time to do simulation. So for that, open your ladder programming in ISPsoft software and also open your COM/GR and simulator in that. After that, we will compile this project. Then close this and we will upload it in our simulator. Again close this and click on online mode, and don't forget to enable this bit for doing simulations and click on run button. Confirm yes, and here you will be able to see run. Now go to Dopsoft HMI and click on this offline simulation icon. So you can see our HMI screen is loaded. Now we will understand its working line by line. So first, as you can see over here, this is our latching circuit. You can see this is latching circuit. When I press the start button, it was on and off, and you can see process on, this is latched. We can stop through stop button, and we can also stop through emergency button. You can see emergency button, and until we release this we can't start this. So now this is the working of this network. Here observe that as soon as I will press any of the push buttons, this network will be energized. So timer and oil pump will be started. That you can observe from here. After that, when the both switches are pressed and timing is not completed, the down solenoid valve that you can see from here will be activated, and this cylinder will move downwards and sensors will be activated. So observe that and release this. Don't forget to release these buttons. You can observe this, it came to lower. After that, it energized this sensor. First it energized this sensor, it remained on, then it energized this sensor. So at that time what happens, that we will understand through these two networks. When cylinder reaches to the full value, this down sensor will activated. So here this down sensor activated, so that resets the down valve and up valve is activated. So I will repeat this process. So you can see down valve is closed and up valve is activated, and when there is the falling edge here, so this is because we have to modify our code. Just close this. So we have to update our macro code. We have to do when there is the up sensor becomes off. Also we have to do one thing. The value of internal memory we have to fix. It should be 15. Say for example 15. And also we will fix, close this to update edited macros, yes. And also what we want to write screen open macro. So I have already written there. So here we will write, when the screen is on, that is HMI is on, the value of internal memory should be 15, okay. And also save this, yes. Now click on the offline simulation. So you can see over here, initially this value is 15. So this is the working of screen open macro. Now when I will, let me adjust it to here. Now when I will press this both button, cylinder will come down, and when it reaches to the final value, this down sensor will be activated, which will reset the down valve. But now you can see, because we haven't started it, so first we have to click on start button, and don't forget to release this button, otherwise code will not work efficiently. So, and I am releasing this. Now up valve is activated, and when there will be down, there will be falling edge, it will reset the up valve, and this motor will also become off. So this is all about the operation of hydraulic press machine. If you want to learn more examples like this, show your interest by liking and subscribing our YouTube channel instrumentools.com and automationcommunity.com. We'll meet in the next video with another example.